Hi guys, it's Justine, and today I'm going to do a how to straighten your hair the healthy way video. I know there are lots of videos on how to straighten your hair on the internet. I know that it's not a unique video of any kind, but since I just filmed a makeup tutorial for this look and I was going to straighten my hair anyways, I figured that I would film it for you guys. I did my how to grow your hair long / how to keep your hair healthy video. It was posted a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to be using a lot of the products that I mentioned in that video in this video because I use them to straighten my hair and I use them to keep my hair healthy. So I'm just going to get started, show you how I straighten my hair the healthy way. It's very, very easy to burn your hair while straightening it. In my opinion, it's easier to burn your hair straightening it than it is curling it, just because we're trying to achieve that perfect sleek look and we're constantly running hair straighteners over our hair several times over to try to get it super straight, as straight as possible. So I just thought I would straighten my hair on camera and give you a few tips and tricks to add on to the last how to keep your hair healthy video that I did. So first thing is my hair has not been washed for probably 2 days. Like I washed it the day before yesterday. So as you can see, it is getting greasy, but I've been inside my house all weekend. So like I haven't styled it at all for the past couple days. This is still it naturally. Anything you do with your hair that's going to involve heat, it's going to be healthier to have to do it on day-old hair or couple-day-old hair that has a little greasiness to it, because the oils from your scalp are going to help protect your hair from heat. But if you did just wash your hair and you're doing it on clean hair, if you use the right type of hair protectants, then it will help protect your hair anyways. So first thing I'm going to do is use this detangling brush. I've mentioned this several times throughout videos. This is one of my favorite brushes to use. It doesn't tug on your hair. It has these flexible bristles that don't tug on your hair the way traditional brushes do. I'm going to run this through my hair to get out the tangles and to help spread the oils from my scalp throughout my hair. I'm going to take my Chi Silk Infusion and put a little glob on my hands and just run it through my hair. Since my hair is really long, I'm going to be using a lot of this, but if your hair is shorter, only use like a dime-sized amount, and then just put it in your hand. Rub your hands together and just spread it all throughout your hair. Make sure, especially if you have layers, you get all of your layers and really try to get it into the ends. But of course, if you have layers, you're going to need to get it into the ends of your layers like I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to just run my brush through my hair one more time just to make sure that I have the oil spread out throughout the entire length of my hair. Now what I'm going to be doing is taking a hair clip to section off my layers so that my bottom layer is showing, because that's the first layer that I'm going to straighten. You can use a hair tie, but one problem with hair ties is that they pull on your hair and it can pull your hair out of your head, and they can cause a little bit more damage than using a clip would. But that's, of course, like if a hair tie is all you have, then by all means use a hair tie. I know that I don't always stick to that rule if I don't have a hair clip on hand at the time. So next I have just the bottom layer of my hair, and I'm just going to brush it out one more time. And then I'm going to take my hair straightener. I use the Chi hair straightener. I'm just going to straighten my hair slowly. It's better to go over the strand one time like this and go slow to get the strand perfectly straight, rather than going over it fast, still having kinks in it, and then going over it again. Because if you go over it once and go slow, it may seem like it's going to damage the hair if you're going slow, but really it's going to damage the hair more if you're going over that same piece several times, especially if you're not giving your hair enough time to cool off before you go over it again, because it's making the heat build up higher and higher on your hair. So I'm just going to go through my first layer. And then I personally like to curl the ends in just a tiny bit. And oops, see, I got a little kink, so let's see how far back. See, I did get a little kink while trying to curl it because I was talking and curling at the same time. So once this strand cools off and is no longer hot, I'm going to go over it again to get that kink out. But you want to make sure that you let your hair cool off before you go over it a second time, or else the heat is going to build up on your hair. So now I'm going to take a second strand. This strand is cooled off, I'm just going to go over it one more time just at the bottom. And there. And of course, if you see any smoke coming off your hair, don't get too stressed out, because it's not your hair that's creating the smoke, it's the product, this Chook C infusion. When it comes in contact with heat, it does create steam. And so if you see smoke, it's not smoke from your hair, it's steam from the product. And if you've ever smelled burnt hair before, you'll know when it's the smell coming off of this, because it smells very different than the smell of burnt hair. It smells like the product. So now I'm just going to go through my layers, and I'm going to speed this part up, but I'm just going to go through my layers and straighten all of them for you guys. And again, just do it sections at a time. Okay, so now you can see I'm done with the straightening portion of my hair, and one other thing that I'm going to do just to keep it soft and keep it healthy is I'm going to take this rose hip oil, and I'm just going to put a couple drops in my hands and just run it through my hair and run it through especially the ends just to keep my hair healthy. And so the nice thing about this is it does have a dropper, so I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just run it through my hair. And I'm again just really focusing it into the ends and the ends of my layers. And unlike protective sprays that won't mess up the straightness of your hair, a lot of time if you spray a product in your hair after you style it, it will mess up the styling. But this oil does, well, it does mess with curls because you're running your hands through the curls, but with straightening your hair, it doesn't mess up the straightness of your hair. One last tip that I want to show you is that one problem that I do personally have when I straighten my hair, because I do put so many oils in it, is it does look kind of flat, and I could tease it with a teasing brush, but teasing your hair does damage it. A lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that for a very long time, but teasing your hair does damage it, and if you don't know, teasing is like back combing your hair to give it more volume. And so what I like to do, and you could always use a dry shampoo too, it will soak up some of the oil and it will give your hair a little more volume. Or you could use hairspray, and hairspray again does dry out your hair and it does damage your hair. I'm not sure how healthy dry shampoo is for your hair because I don't use it. Instead, I'm going to use Arm & Hammer baking soda, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit, like not even that much, like I don't know if you can see, but it's literally half a teaspoon worth. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on my head and just kind of run it through my hair. Since my hair is blonde, you can't see it. I'm going to put a little more. Since my hair is blonde, you can't see the baking soda in my hair. But if you have darker hair, it might be like you might actually see the physical white specks of baking soda in your hair, and it might look like dandruff. And so what you can do is you can take a little bit of baking soda and you can mix it with a little cocoa powder to make the color a little darker. The cocoa powder isn't going to do anything to your hair, and it actually might make it smell good, smell like chocolate. And so this is just what I like to do. It just soaks up a tiny bit of the grease so that it doesn't look super oily and super disgusting, while also giving your hair a volume. And of course, playing with your hair like the way that I'm playing with it right now is going to add to that volume. And you can see already it just gives it the tiniest hint of volume, and it just makes it a little less greasy looking, especially at your scalp, because even though it's good for your hair to have those natural oils in your hair, it looks gross on some days. And so that's just one quick tip to help minimize the grease and add a little extra flair to your hair. So that's it for this video. I know that this video has been done tons and tons of times. It's probably one of the easiest beauty videos to do, just because everybody straightens their hair at some point. It's really easy to straighten your hair, and of course there's only so many ways you can straighten your hair. Just to give you kind of the full view of how my hair looks. Now here it is. And you can still see a little kink from before, but that doesn't bother me too much. And yeah, that is it. I hope this video helped you learn either how to straighten your hair in a healthy way, or just give you a couple tips on how to keep your hair healthier while straightening it. I straighten my hair a lot. I've been straightening my hair since I was in 7th grade, and it's one of my go-to hairstyles. My hair is naturally wavy, so it's not very hard for me to straighten my hair. It really helps to keep frizziness down, and it's just a really easy style to go to on days where your hair is not working with you. So yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. My social media will be linked down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, etc. And yeah, that is it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye!